Hi guys, Lara here, and I thought I would do something a little bit different in this YouTube video. So I actually put it out to all my followers. If they wanted me to answer a question, anything, absolutely anything, I would answer it. So here I am. I've got your questions with me and I'm going to answer most of them. So I have subcategorized them into 3 sections. So I have my comp prep, questions relating to my comp prep, also my personal life. There are a few questions in there that are a bit personal, but I'm happy to share and I'm happy to answer them to my best ability. And then the third one is just my journey and my overall lifestyle. So let's get started. I have my questions right here. So first questions, how many weeks was my prep? So my prep this year is 8 weeks. So in saying that, my off season is pretty much my on season. So if you follow me, you'll see that I'm really strict during the week. I weigh out my foods. And then during the weekends, I am very flexible. I go out for dinners. I see my friends. I drink as well. But at 8 weeks, I cut out alcohol. I really limited my going out for dinners as well. And I just kind of started really focusing on my comps, and that was my main priority. Next question was, how am I tracking my progress? So I always say to everyone who is wanting to lose weight and who wants to track their progress to the best ability, weight is not everything. Everyone thinks the scales is, you know, this magic thing that's going to tell you if it's going to make or break you pretty much. It's not. What I do personally, I do weigh myself, but I do know in my head that that's not always going to be the case. Like one week I could be 61 kilos, the next week I could be 62. My weight fluctuates so much. So in saying that, I do take a lot of photos. So photos are how I track my progress. At the moment, I am taking weekly photos, so I can just see week to week the changes that I'm making, and the changes that I'm making at the moment are incredible. So definitely looking at photos and comparing them weeks to weeks or even like months to months, it is a really good indicator of your weight loss, of how your body is changing. How do I feel like I have improved? I definitely feel like I have improved. I think I'm a winner already. My body has changed so much, and seeing all the hard work I've put in, especially in my shoulders, in my legs, all the training, my training split has changed and my body is just transformed. I already feel like a winner. How much food am I eating? Hit hangry Lara stage as yet. I'm eating plenty of food. The one thing that I did make sure in my off season is that I brought my calories right up. I was being really flexible and having a really balanced lifestyle. I'd go out for dinners, do this, do that. So then when it came down to comp prep, I was literally dieting off heaps of food. Let's move on to the more personal questions. So a lot of people who know me do know that I did go through a really big breakup last year. So I was with a guy for 8 years. When you think you're gonna be with someone for the rest of your life and things don't go to plan, obviously your whole world falls apart. And it was a really, really hard time for me. I invested a lot of time in myself post-breakup. I wanted to focus on myself. I did have my really bad days. I just remember there was a week there that I was just horrible. Like I couldn't get out of bed, I couldn't eat, I lost weight in my head, and I was like, you know what, I am a happy person. So I picked myself up, I really focused on myself, and I'm here today. And you know, life goes on, things don't always go to plan, and I'm happy. I've got a boyfriend now and I'm the happiest I've ever been. So if things don't work out the way you wanted them to, or they go, I always believe there's a reason for it happening. The hardest thing I had to deal with post-breakup was, actually, you know, the hardest moment, which really broke my heart, it was like a few weeks after we had broken up. My family always has dinner on a Sunday, and the whole family was over, and my sister's boyfriend was over, my sister's kids were over, my sister's husbands were over. And that was the night when my ex would usually be there. So like the whole family was together, and then I was just sitting there, and it kind of it made me really sad, because 8 years being with someone and then they're not there, and you know they're not going to be there again, that really broke my heart that night. So that was probably the toughest time during that breakup, definitely. How do I manage long distance? So yes, is my boyfriend Pete. Hi Pete. He lives in Sydney and I live in Melbourne. We manage it quite well actually. So all Christmas right through to New Year's, he came down to Melbourne and then went up to Queensland. We spent 3 weeks together and did get a bit sick of him. No, it's okay. It's all right, but long distance is fine. We're both so busy during the week that it kind of just works, and then the weekends, like, we spend together. I come up to Sydney or he comes down to Melbourne, so it just works. And especially finding someone who shares the same lifestyle as you and the same values, a routine type of person. Like, I love to cook food, I really love to eat healthy, I love to work out. He does all the same things and he loves all the same things, so it just works out. And I don't know, I'm just really happy at the moment, so it's great. Is it hard being so similar? Who comes up with these questions? It is. No, it's not hard. It is actually quite easy. It makes life a whole lot easier because, you know, like, we wake up, we're like, all right, let's go train. I don't have to be like, oh, Pete, can we go train? Like, I really want to go train. We're just both like, yeah, let's go train. Even when we're on holidays, we're like, yeah, training, eating clean, doing this, doing that. I don't have to be anyone else. I can just be myself when I'm with Pete, which is amazing. So it's not hard being similar at all. It makes it a whole lot easier. My greatest achievement to date would definitely be, and I always say it, stepping on stage for the first time, losing all that weight, and just proving to myself that I could do it. Proving to everyone that told me I couldn't do it, that I did it. I cried that day when I got up on stage. I cried because I was so happy. I was so happy that I actually did it. And I always say, if you believe in yourself, anything is possible. And I definitely believed in myself and I definitely pushed myself. I really, really wanted to be a happier person. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was like younger and in high school, I was really insecure about myself and about my weight. And just changing my whole life around, I would never ever go back to that unhappy girl. I stay so motivated. Going back to that answer for the last question, it's because I never want to go back. I don't want to go back to that unhappy girl who looked at herself in the mirror and was like, I just couldn't even look at myself. I would wake up sometimes, look at my stomach, go and binge, go and eat all this food. I was just not happy, and I know I wasn't happy, and I just never, and I wish I changed that earlier. I wish I made that change earlier, but that's what keeps me motivated. Just never wanting to go back to that, and just always having goals as well. Especially my goal at the moment of stepping on stage, seeing my body change week to week, that is a motivation within itself. Seeing my hard work pay off, that's a motivation in itself. Everyone has different motivators, but they're my main ones for sure. If you could change one thing about your journey, what would it be? Definitely looking back, and I say this to a few people actually, I regret a few of my comp preps, but I guess you learn from your mistakes as well. So in my first few competition preps, I had a really long prep and I was literally like this. I cut the whole world off. I refused to go out for dinners. I'd have really bad anxiety if I ate outside my meal plan. I was a grandma, pretty much. I just cut everyone out and I really regret it. I really, really regret it. I wish I had more balance in my life back then as well. I was only 20, 22, 23. I wish I had more flexibility. I wish I would have enjoyed my life. There were 2 years that, you know, I did miss out on a few things, but I guess you learn from your mistakes as well. And I guess going through that, now I realize I would never do a comp prep like that again. Now I can go out for dinners, I can cook, I can, you know, actually have flexibility in my life, especially while I'm on comp prep, because I want to do competitions for a long time and it is part of my life and I have to make it a part of my life now. It can't rule my life. I have to make it a part of my life. So that is definitely one of the things that I have learned about my journey. My biggest goal, my ultimate goal is to definitely get my pro card. I know I'm still a baby in the sport, so it is going to take a while, and I know that in my head. Everyone's like, oh, like, you look amazing, like, are you going to go for your pro card? Like, of course it would be amazing, but I know I need to put a lot more hard work in, especially if I'm to compete with this caliber of girls. But my biggest goal at the moment, especially each time I step on stage, I just want to be better. I want to look better, I want to feel better, I want to have the best competition prep. I just want to overall be better. So I'm gonna do a few of these YouTube videos every few weeks. So if you guys have any questions you want me to answer, I'm more than happy to answer them. Obviously, I'm not gonna do an hour video of all your questions, but every few weeks I'm going to go through some of your questions and answer for them, so I can go into them a bit more in detail as well. But if you guys have any questions, if you want to know a little bit more about me, I'm happy to share. So make sure you stay tuned and follow me, and if you have any questions, post them below or contact me on Instagram. More than happy to answer. Stay tuned and I'll see you soon, guys.